going to Alabama, it just looked like them boys was NFL players right then.
Man, he was a pro's pro even as a rookie.
Like, I haven't seen too many guys get to the quarterback as quick as he has been doing.
You had an interception, you had a Tony toe tap.
Basically, he's saying he fly every day.
Right.
I thought you were going to say our room up and say, I'm definitely the fastest.
The Players Club is presented by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Washington Commanders. Welcome into the Players Club. I'm London Fletcher, joined always by Santana Moss. And we got a special guest, Daron Payne.
Yes, sir.
The dominant defensive tackle. Appreciate you joining us.
I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, buddy.
And we're going to get right into it. You're having an amazing season. What has led to you having this type of season?
Just the work I was putting in this offseason. I kind of just went at it full speed. Like right after the season, I was just going at it. And then I know other coaches, they was telling me about how I could step my game up if I just worked on finishing. So I just took that into the offseason and tried to take it into my play now.
Hey, we're just watching you and your pass rush. You're up to 6.5 sacks on the season.
Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed, too, because I was going to say, me and B. Mitch was watching the game. I think it was a week ago or two. And I noticed, I say, man, I don't know if it's just me, but Daron look like he playing with these guys like the receivers play with the DBs at the line of scrimmage. Like he's doing something so quick. Yeah. From 3-point to getting up that fast, man, using the backfield so quick, man. I don't know if you're the fastest, I guess you can say release from that stance to getting to the quarterback that I've seen, but
I thought you were gonna say our room up and say I'm definitely the fastest.
You're the fastest.
So you answered that about the room, but I haven't seen too many guys get to the quarterback as quick as he has been doing. I know we talk about Aaron Donald and the things he's done, but man, if you watch it, how I was paying attention to it, I said, B. Mitch, when they play this back, watch how quick this dude got off from 3-point to back there running at this quarterback.
So you're faster than everybody in the room. Chase.
Oh no. I'm talking.
Just the tackles. Yeah.
But Sweat, I can get Sweat
too.
You get Sweat.
Give him run for their money though.
You
Right?
probably get him in a 10-yard sprint.
Yeah, I want him to get tired first before I try him.
Okay.
Skanina as your coach, man. I played with him. He's a little crazy, Jeff Skanina. I played with him my rookie year in 1998. That's how long I've known Jeff Skanina. So he little. The same guy he is now is the same guy he was back then. What's it like having him as your position coach?
He got so much experience playing 17 years. He got a bunch of knowledge, like little things that like I know, like the O-line be doing, the little techniques. I can just go to him and he can tell me what I can fix up, or if he noticed something I'm doing, he can tell me. So it's just a lot of help having that experience as for a coach.
Now we got Coach Z, and then we also have Kerrigan here. Mm-hmm. Is there any difference with that tutelage there? Because it seems that you guys are playing on another level this year, and sometime as players, you have to look at it and say, man, that knowledge that you're getting helps what you can do athletically. You know what I mean? When you put it all together, that's why you guys can be dominant.
We kind of still do some of the same stuff we was doing from when Coach Mills was here, but I know it's so much experience from like coaches who played actual NFL snaps.
Gotcha.
So they can just tell us what they see from a line, and then they do a good job of breaking down the film and getting us a whole bunch of information during the week. So it's like we get a whole package full every week, just the little things that their offense likes to do. So I feel like that's the biggest help.
I also see too. It just seems to me, because I know this is bigger than more than anything, the reps. When you're out there enough and you're doing it over and over again with those same guys, and now you're familiar with what's going on next to you, and you know that, okay, at the end of the day, he gonna protect me, I gotta protect him. To me too, that stands out as well.
Man, I played with Ryan too, and what's he like as a coach? Because I played with Ryan, man. He was a pro's pro even as a rookie. Man, one of the best teammates that we ever had. But Ryan's a quiet guy. Yeah. So how was he as a coach? I know he can.
He's still quiet.
You played with him too. Yeah.
He's still quiet. Yeah. You got to pick him though. You just got to pick his brain. You got to walk up on him and ask him, hey, what you think about this? What you think I need to do to get better? But like you come talk to him, he'll tell you everything you need to know. But you definitely got to pick his brain.
Yeah, because I mean, he got over 100 sacks. He knows the franchise leader. He knows how to rush that pass.
Nah, he know for
franchise leader in sacks. That's great.
That's my guy there, Ryan. In that room, the competition. I know it has to be a tremendous amount of competition, and then not only just from a competitive, hey, I want to get sacked, and we're trying to compete against each other. How close are you guys off the field, and you know, do you guys get a chance to hang out?
Now we pretty close off the field. I know we do little team events. You know, we always hang out together, try to go do dinner, like basketball games, all that type of stuff. So we pretty cool.
What is it like having those guys here from your school, from Alabama? You know, whether you play with them or not, I know how I felt for me just to know it was a guy that had the same mindset.
Yeah.
How is that too when it comes to y'all performance level, or like do y'all kind of set a tone and say, or try to say, hey man, let's go out here and represent for what we know and how we was taught to play the game?
Yeah, I know when I first got into the league, we had way more Alabama guys than we do now. But I feel like it made my transition into the league way easier because I could rely on guys that I played with in college, and we could use some of the terminology that we used to use in college on the field while I'm out there with them. So it's just like blending the two teams, and I don't know, just playing with J.A. We've been playing so long together. I feel like we rush well together. Like I know what type of rushes he like to do, and he knows what I like to do, and we could kind of just like look at each other and know like, oh, all right, we working right now. So it's getting fun for us.
That's
good. The other one of y'all teammates, former Alabama teammates, B. Rob.
Yeah,
man, he went for over 100, against the Falcons. And we had B. Rob on the podcast. He told me he used to give it to y'all in practice when he was on the scout team. So we give you an opportunity
to stories, right?
Next time you talk to him, but I heard you got some scars from Big Payne, and he gonna tell you about me. Nah, we used to get it to him. He a hard runner. Man, at Bama we got so many good people. Like I remember playing against Derrick Henry, Bo Scarborough. So many good backs, man. It's crazy the amount of talent they got out there.
Speaking of Bama, what is one of your favorite memories from Bama? Like anything, no matter if it's on the field, off the field, this your favorite memory?
Probably my last national championship that I won against Georgia.
Who was the quarterback then?
Tua.
Tua?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty fun game.
Now you caught you had an interception. You had a Tony toe taps in.
Yeah, I had an interception the game before the national championship. During the bowl game.
You caught a touchdown in one of those games too, right? Did you score?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the Tony toe taps.
Yeah. It just all played together.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Just growing up in Birmingham, were you always a Bama fan, or were you kind of maybe even an Auburn fan? And how did you make the decision to go to Alabama? You're a 5-star, so everybody in the country recruited you.
Man, my whole family, well, most of my family was Alabama fans, but my granddad, he was an Auburn fan, and I used to spend a lot of time with him. So I was an Auburn fan too, just because he was an Auburn fan, and I grew up being an Auburn fan. But then, like once I started getting recruited, I got a chance to go visit a whole bunch of schools and visit them, and then I kind of switched over to the Alabama side just because I seen how hard they was working and all the. I don't know. It just seemed like from being in high school and not like traveling as much, going to Alabama, it just looked like them boys was NFL players right then. So
really,
it kind of switched it over for me.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, NASCAR they got it going on.
Ain't too many D linemen putting the threads on like you.
I'm a country boy, man. I like being outside. It definitely would be a check mark off one of my big lists.
Welcome to the Fight Club where everybody show me love. Yeah, show me love. Show me love.
Handoff Gibson off the edge of Drew.
I want FedEx Pack, man. I want FedEx Pack.
Pull the field to the back of the end zone. Antonio Gibson. Toe tap. With McLaurin near sideline. It's caught. Touchdown. Touchdown Washington.
Time for the player profile presented by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Washington Commanders.
Some of the things that you guys like doing outside of football, You name it. A lot of guys have told us that they big on the video games, and I think you shared. I know Jay Allen. He loved the video games. What are some of the things that you look into? I mean, that motivates you. Like, I was a guy. I don't know if I can even just point something out, but I was a car guy in a sense. I probably had 10. I probably bought 10 cars as a player, like, and had them all in my yard. Till one day I had this epiphany, like, what do I got all these cars for? I'm not even driving half of them. What is something that drives you to do, or that you love doing outside of football?
Man, I definitely love cars. I got a bunch of cars right now. I probably got a bad habit of buying cars myself. But
we're not even gonna ask you. You know what? How many cars do you have? It's the players.
Right now, I got 6.
Okay. Yeah, you trending down the same road I was on, man. Bro.
But I got a bunch of like old school cars that I really don't count because I don't drive them as much.
Gotcha.
I pull them out every blue moon.
Gotcha.
But I'm a country boy, man. I like being outside doing fishing.
Okay.
Riding dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, doing all that type of stuff.
Okay.
You had an opportunity to go to Talladega. I think it was this off season.
Yeah.
And meet some of the drivers.
Oh yeah.
Had you always been into the racing?
Yeah, I was
cars like that?
I used to watch NASCAR a little bit, but they just gave me a chance to come out there, so I never really got a chance. Well, I went to a race once before, but it was way different just being up close and personal, being able to see all the drivers.
Have you ever had an opportunity to go visit one of the garages, those NASCAR garages?
I got to see the outside. I really ain't get to go peek in.
Man, when I tell you, did you go to Coach Gibbs?
Never. I have never been.
Oh man, so I live down in Charlotte, and most of the NASCAR garages are down in that area.
Yeah.
And when I tell you these things are pristine, like
Big
talking pristine. Coach Gibbs, they had I want to say 30 engineers on staff. I mean, the floor, you can eat off these floors.
Oh, yeah,
this ain't no garage you think, grease all over. No, this is pristine, man. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, NASCAR, they got it going on.
You also had an opportunity to host your first football camp.
Oh yeah, that was.
What was that like for you?
Oh man, it was a bunch of kids, man. We had a whole bunch of fun. We was working, and towards the end, we got to play around a little bit. So
yeah, it's always good to have those things, man. That's one of the things that I found the joy in, especially when I first initially made it. Before I even signed onto a pro contract, I remember I had my family day for my part that I grew up around. I just wanted people in the neighborhood to understand this. I appreciate them for supporting me through this journey, and just this is something that I had planned on doing every year. Fast forward to today, I still have my foundation. I kind of rebranded it. Now I do a lot of stuff up here in this area. So you never know, man. I might call on you one day, man. Since you have a little background in it. But it's always good to be able to give back to the kids, especially the kids, just knowing that they're going to be one day us. I got another question to ask you because I played with a guy. And I'm not sure. I think you played with Big Swaggy. You played with Swaggy.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know why he called himself Swaggy because he ain't had no flavor.
No
he
swag.
He wasn't dressing like that. But we got to give him his props, man. I love him to death, man. He was a good D lineman. They say you into fashion, so I see every now and then when you get out the car and you coming into the locker room, man. For a big guy, D lineman ain't too many D linemen putting the threads on like you.
Nah.
How do you describe your flavor or your style? What is it about what you put on and feel comfortable in?
I don't know, man. I just remember, I don't know, just being able to go to the store and get whatever you want. Sometimes I just be like, let me get this.
Yeah.
And I be having a whole closet full of things, and then I just be putting it on.
You're big into your fashion. We're gonna have you kind of take us through some of your outfits on game day.
All right. Well, this first fit, probably, I think this is the last game with the mask on. I just, that's like a little Travis Scott fit. It come together. I just put a hoodie on.
Nice J's. I like the
with
J's.
I love it with Travis Scott.
You had the cargo stuff on, man. You came ready for war. So that's what
it was raining. It was raining outside, so I just put on something that was comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, look, I'm going to be real with you. Like I told you before, I like to go out there and get some nice, threads here and there, man. But you know what you're doing with them, man. I
try.
Next fit.
Next fit with the boots on and the trench coat.
That's clean. That's
Yeah.
a clean one right there.
Yeah, that's sophisticated right there.
Yeah, that's a little business day type vibe.
What game was that?
Texans.
Texans. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to come and say, okay, we just went out here and took care of the number 1 team in the league in our division. So we're gonna come here and let you know we ready for business.
Yeah, put a little suit on. Then
Business savvy.
got the one with me and Cam. This ain't nothing. This something regular.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
Jeans, Jordans, and
Y'all
little
still
hat.
was fly now. Come
Yeah,
on.
we was
now.
fly. We was fly.
Anytime you could throw on the colors, you got when you coordinated like that, you fly now. Don't go talking about it's regular.
Right.
That's what
But
regular.
what he said, it's regular, though. It's like it's just regular, man.
So
It's just,
basically, he's saying he fly every day.
Right,
That's what he's
exactly.
saying.
Exactly.
And this last one, the same for real. Just got some off-white Nikes on, Dior T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Something smooth, light. You feel me? Go play.
Something smooth.
Come out. Probably go get some dinner afterwards.
But it's swaggy.
Yeah.
New swag. Hey, Chris Baker, man, I don't know, man.
Nah,
This is the new
yeah,
swag.
yeah,
we
he-
changing.
yeah.
This we gonna give it to him. We passing the torch to my man over here, man. Daron Payne is the new swaggy.
All right, man.
Hands down.
So, Daron, what foundation are you supporting for My Cause, My Cleats?
Oh, I did Alabama Kidney Foundation and Lupus Foundation.
Okay.
But I did that because my mom, she struggles with both of them. She been struggling with lupus and kidney failure my whole life, well, most of my life. And I don't know, she's just like the strongest person I ever met in my life. She always been dealing with that stuff in and out of hospitals, but she always made sure like I had everything I needed and got to the places I need to be. So I appreciate her. And I just most of the years I just picked those causes just for her.
That's big, man. I mean, one of the things that we fail to realize that's something that a lot of people don't understand. As athletes, we deal with a lot of stuff other than what we have to go deal with on the field, and that's one of the things that I've always took pride in. You know, I got to come out here and work. I got to do the best of my ability. You know, when I'm in between these lines, but I want to also be that guy that's when something that needs to be addressed for the family. To stand up for it, and that's big, man. Especially your moms, you know what I mean. So I'm pretty sure she appreciates you and she's proud of you.
She love me. Love me.
sure.
Yeah.
You know, something that I think is also probably on your mind, the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, you're playing not just at a Pro Bowl level. I think you're playing at an All-Pro level.
No doubt.
You guys are the best 2 defensive tackles in football, hands down. There's not like I'll wait for somebody else to give me 2 other guys that are better than you. What would it mean for you to make your first Pro Bowl?
It definitely would be a check mark off one of my big lists. I know I made a list this year of all the goals I was trying to accomplish. So it'll be me being able to check one of them off. But it'll definitely be something like it'll feel like I accomplished something because I've been working so hard, and it's just always been a goal of mine to make it all Pro Bowl, Hall of Fame type stuff. So it'll be a bunch of fun to be able to do that.
Yeah, that'll be a big blessing, and that's something that we all kind of. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I got in the league, I could care less. I just wanted to make sure I was dominant enough for my team to be successful. I knew as a receiver, the things that makes me successful to have those accolades. It was bigger than me. It was quarterback. It was the offensive line. So I never put myself in that category of saying I gotta get it.
Yeah.
If it came, then I was willing to accept it because I know I put the work in. But it's big for a person like yourself because not only is that something that, you want to be known for as a D lineman, it's so many other ones like you out here that's being dominant. Your game is every year you've gotten better. And now you at that point, you're dominant. But I just want to say we see it. The world see it.
Oh, yeah.
So just know when they pull that Brinks up, whoever pulled it up, I hope it's us. Just be ready for it, man. 'Cause it's
man.
very deserving, man. You went out there and put the work in. And hats off to the next half of this season because y'all got a whole nother quarter left. So I want you to go out there and continue to be dominant.
Oh yeah, I still got a bunch of plays I'm trying to make, man.
For sure.
We appreciate it. So, Daron, as something we have all our guests do when they come on, we have them sign this football to kind of commemorate being on the show, man. We appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to come join us on the Players Club. We got more Players Club coming back after this. I was so locked in, and then you know how division games are, man. You just
All that stuff got to do.
that game could go anyway. Be sure to listen to the extended version of the Players Club podcast wherever you get your podcast. Plus, you can watch on Commanders YouTube and Commanders.com.
My name is Daron Payne, and for my cause, my cleats, I chose Alabama Kidney Foundation and Lupus Foundation of America. I like the butterflies and how they glow in the dark, and the color, like how it fades from white to purple and white to green. These are cool. I chose Alabama Kidney Foundation and the Lupus Foundation of America because my mom, she suffers from both. She had kidney failure. She's been dealing with it for a while, and she also has lupus as well. So I'm really excited to be able to honor all those battling kidney failure and lupus, just like my mom. It's something that we've been dealing with. I know she's had these problems my whole life, and she's been toughing it out, and she's always been a soldier. So if I can help bring light to her situation, then it's a plus for me.
Welcome back into the Players Club. I'm London Fletcher, joined always by Santana Moss. Santana, man, we're going to look at this NFC East. It's a tight division, and the Eagles there on top of the division, kind of holding things down, but the rest of the division, it's tight, man. Everybody just within a few games. You know, the Commanders on a bye week, so I think it's a great time to kind of take a deep dive into that division. But before we do that, how'd you spend your bye week?
You know what? That's crazy because I didn't think I was gonna get much time, but I found myself down in Miami. You know, just enjoying my kids as always. I think that's what I try to do more so than anything now. I'm not sure how you are, but I remember as a player, I did a lot of trips and, you know, you name it, especially during the bye week. As a player, I would go to the Bahamas, and that was like, to me, that was like serenity. I could get away, go somewhere that I love going and spend that time with them. But now just, you know, now that I'm up here so much, you know, in Virginia, and I consider Virginia home, they're still in Miami. I like to get down there and just show them that I'm still around. So so all the stuff that they not doing when I'm not there, to make sure they on their P's and their Q's. But yeah, that's what I normally do.
Man, I see during the bye week, I never could find myself going on any trips. I was so locked in and almost consumed. Well, not almost consumed, borderline crazy about it.
I was gonna say borderline crazy.
Yeah, man, I just couldn't. I couldn't find myself getting away from it. Even if I decided to take a trip, I was going to be thinking about football anyway. So
I will say this. I didn't start doing those trips until my role was lesser. So when I was a starter for all those years, I wouldn't go nowhere. I would be sitting where I'm at, thinking about the next week. When I was just that guy in the slot, oh man, I'm gonna let them guys worry. I'm coming in on third down. I'm gonna be sharp for one play. So yeah, and I had that was my luxury. That was like, okay, I have a luxury now that I can enjoy my you know, have some peace, because I know what you're saying, because as a starter, you're locked in. You feel like, hey, you know, I don't want to get outside the box a little bit, you know what I mean, so to say.
All right, man, you know, switching gears, just kind of looking at the NFC East in general. We got the Cowboys. They're gonna take on the Houston Texans this Sunday. They got a 1 p.m. kickoff at AT&T Stadium, and then the Eagles they're on the road to face the Giants at MetLife, also a 1 o'clock game. When you think about that Cowboys Texans game, what you think about that?
That's an interesting game because the Cowboys Texans is just something a little different about that.
Yeah.
Texans don't have what it takes to compete with them boys, if you had to ask me, but it's something about Houston and Dallas, so it might be a little something there in that game. But I don't think they stand a chance to, you know, to rock with them, those Cowboys. I mean, don't want to be talking and giving them no props, but I think they got a little more than what the Texans want to ask for. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Then we got those Eagles, man. They going on the road into MetLife to play the Giants, man. What do you think about that game?
You know, those Giants are tough, man. And one of the things about our division, you know, it's crazy to be considered the least, the NFC. We was called the NFC least for so many years, and now they saying the NFC beast. I mean, we leading things, and everybody is trending in the right direction, trying to get into the postseason. It's gonna be a tough game. I love what Jalen Hurts is doing. I'm a big fan of Jalen Hurts for a lot of reasons. I think it takes a lot. You know, his character was tested so many different times, especially in college.
Right.
For a guy to be the man, experience what he experienced, had to, I guess you consider basically losing his spot in the national championship game, having to leave and go to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Took that well, went out there and balled in Oklahoma. Then when the team decided to say, we want you, no one wanted to accept him. And then no one believed that he can go out there and do what he's doing now. when you watch his game and you gonna watch this journey that he's on, it's not for no reason that he's doing what he's doing this year. I think everything tends to pan out that way when a guy has just stood his ground and continued to press on. So I'm not going to keep going on about them because he's with the Eagles, but I've been very impressed, and it's going to be a tough game.
You know, just looking at the Giants and their ability to run the ball, obviously with Saquon, the Eagles, we know they've struggled stopping the run. So when you look at, hey, if the Giants are able to run the football, it could be a close ball game. You know, you're playing on the road. You get into the fourth quarter, you get a turnover here or there, and anything can happen. That game could go any way. And then you know how division games are, man.
All that stuff go out the door.
All that goes out the door, records, all that things. You know, just the intensity of those division rivalry games. All right, man. Again, love chopping it up with you again on the Players Club. We'll see you next week.